Can people hear me? Can people see me? What's going on? I see Semper Veni over there. Hello. Hello, hello, Nehemia. Can y'all see me? Am I showing up? What's but? Yes to both. Hell yeah, let's go. And I'm on the right microphone. All right, so I guess that one gamer 1964. Well, I guess you can't hear me because you're over on Twitch. So far so good. All right, well, we will see if this holds steady. If not, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fucking stream tonight, cause I don't know what the hell. Hi, SLV. Lady is frisky today because she got her bath, so she's all clean, which means she's all playful. She said, "Oh, play with me. Oh, play with me." Ow. Are we back? All right, let me. Oh, god damn it, Nova! Don't tell me. Is it? Am I gone again? You still seeing here? Okay. Okay. It seems like we're Joe back. We back. All right. I don't know what was happening. Got video. Uh-oh. Chat is not working? Okay, so it seems like I am only streaming on YouTube. No, I know I'm only streaming on YouTube. I mean that more in the, like, I guess I'm only streaming on YouTube tonight. Which sucks. Down on Twitch? Yeah, I'm not. I took down the Twitch stream because I don't know what was happening. Everything. Yeah, I've never had issues like that, honestly. That's weird. That's very weird. Yeah, someone go tell the Twitch chat to come here. I try to be extra. It might be a bandwidth issue. I don't know. I've had weird issues lately. I'm just glad it's stable, and I hope it holds this way. Because honestly, if it goes down again, I'm like, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it again. Lady Stardust 25, thank you very much for subscribing. Good news from the Trevor Project. Light Saving received $1 million donation from Jeff Atwood. Oh, that's nice. I would, yeah. I wonder if Microsoft or Amazon goofed another update. Dude, fucking the latest Twitter update, the enshittification of Twitter continues apace, as is you know, expected, I suppose, from Elon Musk. But like the DMs are legitimately unfucking usable. I was trying to get last minute edits in and confer a couple things on the pissed off lawyer piece this morning with Hendrix and a couple other people, just confirming, making sure this lined up, getting opinions on this. When I was trying to finish up the piece, because I did like 9 hours of work yesterday. I've been working on that thing all fucking week, and it's one of those things where I don't think it shows. It's a bummer because it's only one interview subject. So when I do an interview piece like a documentary, I think the work shows a little bit more. Like in the Satanic Temple video, in the any of my gaming documentaries I've done, the former white nationalist video, because I think a lot of people watch it and be like, damn, this is a lot of work for one person to do, to go through, edit all these things. And I don't think that comes across when there's only one subject. That an hour and a half video, it's like an hour 35 or something, and I had to go through to synthesize that hour and a half. I had to go through 2 interviews with Hendrix, which were about 2.5 hours total, and then a 5-hour Twitter space, and that's before researching all the other shit. And so last couple of days have been kind of a death march on that. But I'm glad it's out. I'm glad people are enjoying it. It's not quite the barn burner I was hoping. So if you would like to help me out at all, please feel free to like, comment, share it. Share it on socials. If you got a Reddit account, I'm not on Reddit, so go share it there because I won't. Oh yeah, I'm Awesome Stella. I'm not on Twitch tonight. I had to take it off. I don't know why. It's not working, but yeah, apparently just having. Oh no, Ave Anomaly. I didn't just like listen to that Twitter. Well, I did listen to that Twitter space, but I didn't just like scroll through it. I've listened to that Twitter space now like multiple times through, at least the first 3 or so hours, and because I oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry. I forgot where I was going with that. It's been a long day. Like I said, I woke up. I went to bed like midnight last night. Woke up at like 6 or 7, and then worked basically until 12, getting the video finished and out. Eric McCabe, how's Miriam Anderson doing? Last time I checked, or last time I heard, she was doing quite well. And that was the only interaction I had. I should probably reach out to, because people keep asking, I should probably reach out to just make sure I'll reach out to one of her brothers. I'll reach out to John. John is the brother I'll reach out to. Oh yeah, no, Elizabeth, they knew I was there in the Twitter space because Ari, I didn't put it in. So I cut out. When I first listening to Twitter Space, it became very apparent that Ari was going to be a fountainous source of writing for me. And so I took so many notes. I had so many timestamps of the shit he had said. And I ended up cutting kind of last minute, and partially in an effort to get through the video and the editing faster, but also partially because it would have gotten so monotonous. Just so much of the horrendous shit Ari said. Like, I cut a lot because I think even with censoring, it would have gotten my video demonetized. But it was fucking rampant. And they personally insulted and harassed me. They said, they said some offhanded comment about all the AGPs watching with their hard cocks like dead domain in the chat. And it was just like, I literally did not say a fucking thing. And they would just say that shit. And it's like, they are not a well person. Like, just straight up. And listening to them so long. Yeah, Ave Anomaly, much appreciated. What made it in was still infuriating, got the point across. Yeah, and I kind of figured that it would. There was a whole, like, I hate using the term subplot, but for lack of a better term. Because, and you can hear it in the clips I chose, there was one person who was like kind of trying to push back, but admittedly wasn't a good debater, and Ari was just like raking them across the coals in front of people, and it was just grotesque. The whole spectacle. There was literally a point. The reason I used the phrase in the video bashing troons is because there was literally a point where some hick-ass dickhead is like, hey, we're here to bash some troons, and everybody laughs, and everybody's like, yeah, that's what we're doing. Just like deeply angry, vile people in those spaces. Lady is waiting for some food. I'm waiting for Lady's food. But yeah, it seems like we are actually up and running now. Hello. She just brought me her bone. You were such a goobus. You were such a goobus. I love you. She said thank you for giving me a wash. I know, baby. So I want to go to, obviously, what people are mostly interested in up front is, and by the way, if you haven't seen the video I did on the Pissed Off Lawyer, please go watch it. That's what I'm mostly sharing these days. But these days, today, because I put it out today and I need it to do well. Yeah, here we go. I know. I'm waiting on Amazon to deliver your food, baby. She knows it's food time because who uses light mode? Me. She knows it's food time because I'm starting the stream, and so she's like, where's my food? But I know, baby. I'm waiting on Amazon to fucking deliver it because I ordered it 2 days ago. And I was like, surely Amazon, which I have a Prime membership I pay for, is going to deliver my dog's food on time. This has not been the case. This has not been the case. I know, baby. I know. Oh my god, Twitter, you're fucking useless. What the hell? Look at this fucking shit, dude. Okay, yeah, and I just click on it then. So friend of the show, Audrey, got into some Twitter DMs with BRIANNA Wu. And this is really what it comes down to, because I want to be so for real, she's not going to fucking sue me. As much as BRIANNA likes to flaunt wealth and stuff, why am I still on Twitter? I get interviews through Twitter. I get news through Twitter. I can't not be on Twitter. Like, I understand for a lot of people, they're like, oh, I'll just quit Twitter. But, like, I can't. As somebody who has a sizable audience and who barely makes money for rent, I kind of need literally all the exposure I can get. That doesn't mean I'm going to fucking play or pay like Twitter blue shit. So these two got into DMs a little bit. Brianna Wu retweeted Audrey, leading Audrey to say this. Please don't quote tweet me anymore. Nehemia, thank you very much for clickbait. Well, no, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Brianna Wu did say she's going to sue me. And thank you very much, Nehemia, for $10. No. Go back. God damn it. So she asked to be not quote tweeted anymore. And Brianna Wu, ever the knowledgeable knower of things, immediately says, "Girl, you are why we lose. We agree on the point you made about, I guess, Charlie Kirk. I have a massive audience. You have an okay audience, Brianna. Let's not. What are we talking? Why would you not? God, Twitter, you're such shit. What? It doesn't even give like numbers and followings anymore. What the fuck? Twitter on desktop. What the hell? Thank you very much, Nehemia. I have a massive audience, and you're so focused on bullshit, you would sabotage the issue for your ego. You are why we lose. I really should sue Dead Domain. Thanks for the reminder. Now, couple of things about this that are very funny to me. The first is that this tells me that not only is she aware of my video, which I've kind of assumed. I think I've seen enough people post it in her comment section or in comments responding to her. I figured she would know it by now. No, Brianna Wu doesn't have Joe Mama. Brianna Wu doesn't have a like regular fucking show anymore. All she really does is like 1 or 2 minute videos. She might have a TikTok that she's reposting. Now, the fun part about this is I would love for Brianna to show my video to a lawyer, because that's really the only thing. Like okay, two things. She could be trying to do some kind of slap lawsuit. She could be trying to do some kind of, for whatever reason, a cease and desist. Trying to get me to take down the video, or say that it's spurious, or not spurious, but it's that would be her lawsuit. It is libel or defamation or slander or anything, something like that. Which it's not. I have sources for literally everything I say. Like quite literally, I interviewed people who worked with her at various points, multiple people. But what I think she would hope is that whatever, vast preponderance of wealth she has access to, I think, she thinks that she would be able to just like force me into silence. She would be able to pull the Elon Musk switch and just be like, here, I have so much more money than you. You have no way to possibly counteract legal action, which, here's the thing, is normally true. However, and granted, I personally think that if she did try, she would have to get an extremely stupid lawyer, because as people are pointing out in the chat, it's not slander if it's true. And she is a public figure. My video wouldn't meet the threshold for slander. Yes, because literally everything I say is either completely substantiated, cited, and sourced, or I say, now this is speculation. The problem is I don't think she watched much of the video, so she doesn't know that. She just knows that somebody made a prominent video on her that people are still passing around. That's because I do good work. The thing about Brianna Wu is that if she really tried to do this, I would have such a groundswell of support, and this is why I really do hope she does this. Because even after making the video, there are so many more people who dislike her and like get mad at her than there are people who know about me. So for her to put a giant flashing sign on me for all of her audience or anybody who dislikes her to see, how am I going to be mad at that? How am I going to be mad at that? Yeah, no, here's the thing, Awesome Cell. If she's trying to do it because of fees and shit, the space is so primed for mutual aid. I'm not even talking about, like, this space. I would have the most insane internet deep dive people on my side. Like this isn't, she's not just a public figure. She's not just a public figure on the left. Like, she has decades of universal disdain on the internet behind her. There is literally, I don't think there's another person that people would be like, oh, I don't care if Dead Domain wins. I just need Brianna Wu to lose. In this case, money. Like, straight up. El Salve, thank you very much for $5. If Blair White, Brianna Wu, and others realized they were on the wrong political side, should they be welcomed back to our group and forgiven? I mean, Brianna Wu is a case that I don't think you can trust her. I don't think she knows what political ideology she's going to ascribe to tomorrow when she wakes up. Blair White is somebody who has been so, like, self-interested that I kind of feel the same way. Although, like, at the end of the day, that's kind of the problem with being a public figure, right? Or having that kind of public visibility, because if it wasn't a public figure, it wasn't somebody who had these incredibly well-known crash outs or feuds or disputes, it would be somebody who you would expect to be able to take time to themselves, reassess, think through what they really want, break down their own ideology. But the problem with being these public figures and having these connections and friends and collaborations and all this other shit is that you end up getting surrounded by an ideology, whether you want to or not. And so leaving that behind is what I think is usually the hardest part for a lot of people. But, like, I think those are two examples of people that I don't think will ever change their stripes, right? But I also don't think that means that you can look at every person and be like, well, no, like, never. So I think Brianna Wu in particular is an extreme example. Stephanie J, thank you very much for $5. Too tired to come up with something witty. Please just take my money. I appreciate it, Stephanie. Ma, thank you very much for $5. You can't sue someone for libel by calling you a rake stepper if you got platinum and ranked competitive rake step. Oh, ain't that the fucking truth? It's really just, and that's also a reason why I don't think anything will come up with this. Even if Brianna Wu went to her big city lawyer right after this and was like, hey, I want to sue this YouTuber who put out a hit piece, quote unquote hit piece. How long ago was that? That was 5, 6. No, it was long. It was like 7 or 8 months ago now. I think to sue for, like, defamation or to sue for damages, not defamation, but to sue for damages, you would have to somehow prove that my work damaged her reputation or damaged her business to the point where she lost money, which when I put out that fucking video, she was getting ready to jump on planes to Israel and take the Netanyahu guided tour. So I kind of don't. I don't think that one holds water. That boat don't float. If a judge sees this, no, I don't think so. Audrey Rose Beavers, I would pay money to see her face after the lawyer forces her to watch the entire video. I would, like, and it got me thinking in a very, I kind of daydreamed about this yesterday as I was, because I ended up seeing this, and I was still fucking nose to the grindstone on the video. That's why I'm really trying, even though my stream schedule has become Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, I am trying to hold to Friday. But last night was an extenuating circumstance because I just wanted to fucking finish the Hendrix video. New Zealand $5 Geodark Geosign. Thank you very much. Hi DD. I've also been threatened with legal action by lawyers hired by a much larger content creator. I made a debunk vid about. Do you have any advice? I mean, so it depends on the content creator. It depends on the allegations and the lawyers. Because if it's not defamatory, if you are positive that the law is on your side, you don't have to take something down. You don't need the money to like fight back against something. But like there are other ways to combat that kind of attack. And I would also say, yeah, make them serve you. Like if somebody actually wants to, charge you with something or serve you a lawsuit, make them do it. Make them go through that fucking money. Make them pay the lawyer. Make them pay the process server. Make them actually fucking do that shit. I'm positive the law is on my side, and I know that the claims the lawyers made were false. Then I would just like kind of wait it out, see what they do. If you need to get YouTube involved, I think that would be. I guess it depends what that would be, but then also probably look into if you're able to consult somebody who is, because I am not a lawyer. This is not official legal advice. I need to preface that. But if you're able to contact somebody who is better able to give that legal advice, I would look into what the specific laws, statutes, guidelines in your area, I'm assuming you're in Australia, sorry, not Australia, New Zealand, are around defamation, slander, libel. Because, for example, in America, you got to do some heinous shit to actually be charged. But like in Britain, they have much harsher standards for that. And I don't know where New Zealand falls on that. So again, that comes down to like a locality thing. I finished the Hendrix video earlier. Hendrix and Ari both give major incel vibes. I think Ari does. Yeah, Ari is one of those people that I tried I had to like step back when I was writing the script because I dislike them so strongly and so viscerally. And mostly because I've known tons of people like them. You have to prove they were lying and knew they were lying when they said it, which is fucking insanely hard to prove. Yes. Personally, I dislike any of the trans people who think themselves ambassadors of all things trans. Brianna Wu, Jessie Gender, Abigail Thorne. From my perspective, all these rich gals are the same. Jessie Gender is not rich. Like, what? I'm not saying Jessie Gender isn't poor, but like Jessie is not like Brianna Wu fucking going down to Disney World trips. Jessie is a friend of mine. Oh, MLYP, New Zealander here. I was advised I was protected in my Grums video because we have innate protection from libel when it's true or from honestly held belief. Hey, there you go. Perfect. I believe Ari had vocal surgery, yes. And I've met Abby. I do not know Abby well enough to speak on that, but like comparing Abby and granted, I haven't watched a lot of Abby's stuff in the last year or so. Maybe she went down a crazy path, but comparing Abigail Thorne and Jessie Gender to Brianna Wu is fucking insane to me. I'm gonna be so real. That's like bonkers. As somebody who knows two of those people, and then also did a huge deep dive into Brianna. That's wild to me. Like, hey, you're fucking, you're entitled to your opinion. Go for it. Yeah, ContraPoints on the other hand. Natalie on the other hand. I have spent my day making a video about Epstein's Amazon orders. What have I missed? Nothing much. Brianna Wu in private DMs saying that they should sue me, which doesn't mean that they're gonna. I just think it's funny. I think it is funny that I doubt she's even watched the video, but she's like, I'm gonna sue them to fucking shut them up. And we love a free speech warrior. I thought you were a liberal, Brianna. Don't you believe in the marketplace of ideas? Damn. Hateful. That's hateful. Steampunk Sapphire, I always found Jessie Gender like a little annoying, but I don't keep up with her a ton, so IDK if that's still the case. I mean, like, I think Jessie's an acquired taste. I don't think everybody needs to be for everybody. Like, the problem with YouTube as a brand factory is that so many people, and you see this with like Mr. Beast and all the knockoff like Mr. Beast-ish content creators, so many people they craft their personality as an advertisement for their content. They craft who they are to fit into other people's boxes of socially acceptable norms. When you are a queer or trans creator of any stripe, really, and you are proud about that and you make content dealing with that, it becomes a lot harder to do that. Like I don't think people understand. Statistically, it's kind of a fucking miracle that I have as many subscribers as I do. Like 150K almost is fucking crazy for a gender non-conforming, non-binary person, let alone a leftist. Like somebody who does not consistently present feminine or masculine. Like is such an anomaly for a YouTube creator. And I still feel like because of that, I don't say left out, but like I am certainly not, I am aware I'm not considered for stuff as much as other people. But like that doesn't mean I am going to change who I am or how I present. Like and that's one of the things I admire about Jessie Gender. Shakespeare, Jessie Gender for me consistently frames issues to make them the victim while they are not nearly as affected by these mechanisms of marginalization. Trans ambassador, yes. I very much disagree. Like one of the things I've appreciated consistently about Jessie is the way that they will call out and draw attention to the way other marginalized communities are affected by overlapping systems of oppression. The way that they will talk about, the way black people, indigenous people, queer people of color are affected by the same things that they're usually discussing. Again, maybe you haven't seen a video in a while. Maybe I haven't seen the video you have. I just gotta disagree. Like, yeah. Jesse's beef with Keffels was cringe. She took it too far. I would say Clara took it too far. Anyway, Contra also working with Buck Angel and then doubling down on that was disgusting to me. Yeah, Natalie, I don't even know. Oh, that was about Contra, not Jesse. Okay, then yes, that actually, that does make sense to me. I like Jessie, but think she fell pretty hard into video essay versus lefty streamer drama a couple years ago. Yeah, the streamer versus video essayist thing was, I didn't realize there was like a divide on that until I was going back through. I'm trying to remember when, maybe it was early in my Destiny research. But I came to the realization that, yeah, there are a bunch of people who hold up like being a streamer versus being a leftist video essayist as like this, and it felt very weird as somebody who does both regularly and is known for doing both, that I'm just like, okay, what about me? Hello, dog. Hello, little dog. All right, I'm going to go see if Lady's food got dropped off. I will be right back. Lady, take over the stream. Take over the stream. Alright, chat, give me a second. I'm gonna feed Lady and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, chat. Sorry about that. The cat against the wall thing was also literally grossly exaggerated by Clara. Kira Gen Mystic, I don't mind DD. I don't mind DD or Vesper. The problem, thank you for joining. Poking, thank you for subscribing. Ah! What the fuck? My cat. Oh yeah, somebody earlier asked, gosh, I hope they're still here. But somebody asked if I had gotten to play any of the Avatar pre-release. No. Which fucking bums me out. I had one, and my local shop knows me so fucking well. I'm gonna be so for real. I love them so much. They put aside, because the only thing I pre-ordered from Avatar was I just wanted a pre-release kit. Because that's usually what I get, or I've just gotten in the past. Like, here's a little taste. I get a stamped card. I like to keep my stamped cards. That's it. And oh, it's fine. You don't gotta. Do I think Bill tapped it on the tongue or nah? I don't want to think about that. Have a good one, Geoduck Geoscience. Thank you for joining. Yeah, sorry. I will talk about Black Ops and shit next, because, like... Yeah, Polly Circus, the shop I took you to. Polly Circus in the chat is Bailey, friend of mine. Tomboy Succubus. Yeah, Sally, Salty Turtle Cupcake. Me and my wife did our first and second ever playing in the Avatar set. We had a blast. So what I've opened very briefly, it seems like a really fun limited set. And I wasn't really paying attention to it beforehand, but it has has some mechanics I don't really give a shit about. I don't care about lessons, allies, any of that shit. I think there are going to be some cool synergies though. But then it's also majorly into clues, which I love as a Ravnica and Innistrad enjoyer. I love me some clue tokens, and then I love me some food. I just love tokens, so all the food and clue tokens are very good for me. Yeah, it was a nice shop. I love that shop. So the way that they know me so well is that I went by yesterday because I took a brief break. I worked like 6 to 11, I think. Took a brief break. I had to go get an energy drink and something else from the store, and I went by my local game shop. I had some credit. I got the Avatar pre-release, and they knew me so well. They put aside, because I didn't realize the pre-release kits are divided by color, and they put aside the black one for me because they know I'm about that shit. They know I'm about, like, they saw the one with Azula on the cover and were like, yeah, Vespa would want this. And you know what? They were real for that. They were right. I did. Yeah, I don't know. I've been cracking some packs. I think there's some cool stuff. I got a bear that I am going to be turning into Koa, my partner's Christmas gift. I'm making them a bear deck. Bear shrines. They said emo. Ouch. Damn. Have a good one, Audrey. Yeah, waterbending synergizes really well with clues. So I love tokens. I love making tokens. I have one of my pet like baby decks. I call them my baby girls, because it's Judith, Ashnod, and Ashnod. I have one of each of both Judiths and both Ashnods, my favorite characters. Long story short, my Grixis Ashnod deck is just a like nightmare machine of triggers that basically just keeps spitting out tokens and cards and advantage. And it's very funny piloting it because people just kind of have to take my word for it that shit works the way it does. But yeah. Yeah, no, these aren't the shitty ones that use frames from the show. I haven't actually opened any of those. So that's from like the bonus sheet. But no, like I think I had some at my desk. I don't know where they are. But like the cards themselves, the art is pretty good. There's one card I really like. What is it? I think it was Deadly Precision. So the art is weird because it's... Yeah, here it is. Like, a lot of it is very much... Oh, there's a platypus bear. So the funniest part about it, Moth... the funniest part about it is that I think they have a lot of... Yeah, there's platypus bear. They have a lot of really great creature typal. Because, like, a lot of these creatures have been individual creatures in Magic in the past. So, like, there's been a bear. I'm sure there's been a platypus at some point. But then they will combine them. So there's, like, a bird horse. You know, ostrich horse. There's a fucking rabbit kangaroo. And so it's just, like, finally, together at last. But, you know, platypus bear. But, like, Deadly Precision, the art on Deadly Precision, I wish all of the art was this good. Because, like, this is fine, but a lot of them feel like they have this kind of, like, flat shaded look to them. And in fairness, it does create a cohesive art style, right? But then... Come on, give me, Gib. I just want the picture. I just want a picture. Why is it all busted? Oh, that's why. Damn. That's hateful. Let's see if I can do that one there. Yeah, okay, so there we go. Where, like, the art is so, like, it's this kind of, like, photorealistic look to it that I'm just like, damn. It's gorgeous. Like, it's really good. Yeah. I am kind of bummed about, as a Azula enjoyer, I am kind of bummed about my girls' cards, because they aren't... So this is stupid bullshit for Magic nerds. But firebending creates red mana, but is not a color pip itself. It's like another mechanic called extort. So this card's color identity is black, which means for people who don't play Commander, only black cards can be in the deck. So outside of a limited environment, if you are using Azula in a Commander deck, or as a Commander, it can't be these ones, because her color identity is just black, so you are just making red mana with no use for it. And it's just like... Yeah. Her Grixis card rips. I think that's one of the ones I do want. because I've only opened 5 packs, 6 packs. Fire Lord Azula, whenever you cast a spell, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the... Interesting. Interesting. That's fucking... That's raw as hell. That's raw as hell. That's gonna go fucking bonkers hard. I think that's gonna be. I love. And then you got like, look at all this great art. I love the art for Azula Always Lies. Like, look at how great this is, right? And when, like, just the background, the texturing, the lighting, the color, beautiful, beautiful. What people were pissed about, by the way, for people who don't play Magic, what people were pissed about a little while ago, is you have that gorgeous art, and then you've got cards like this that are supposed to be like the chase bonus cards. Something is glitchy. Is it starting again? I know. Azula should have been black-red. There is a great Zuko, though. Zuko has a let me see. Yeah, no drip. No drip. God damn, there's a lot of Zuko. Zuko Conflicted is one that I do want because it's a pass around the table card, and I need more of those for my Zancha deck. God, Zancha's such a shit. Oh, I love Zancha. Yeah, I'm just saying, y'all ain't lived until you fucking played Magic and stolen somebody's commander and given it to somebody else, and then made it so it can't attack you and has to attack them. Like, that's peak. That's peak. Yeah, let me see. The Cruel Tutor is fucking ass. It's just Firelord Ozai, like a massive zoom in on his face. Let me see if... Oh, that actually looks like that one dude from Avatar. Yeah, here we go. $15, the list. Treasure chest. I guess, yeah, it hasn't been reprinted since the list, but like, what a dog shit version. Like look at this, dog. Yeah, Boomy. Azancha? No, Xantcha. My girl. Oh, sweet. That fucking there's no way it's only 84 cents. That Secret Lair Countdown version is kind of, I don't think it's going to be that cheap. The list. I like that Secret Lair drop one. I do like that foil one. Oh, the mystery booster one is gorgeous. Yeah, someone had to approve it. Yeah, the encyclopedia. So here's the thing. The encyclopedia art of Zancha is gorgeous, but it doesn't feel like Zancha. Like, it feels like a character in New Capenna, unless they're trying to say that, like, Zancha was in New Capenna, which is just, actually, that's not, as a Resident Vorthos expert, Zancha actually perished before New Capenna was a plane. Thank you, Johnny Viral. Hope Commander was good for you. We are actually, would you believe it? We're talking about Magic. Sorry, Nehemiah, thank you very much for $5. Pejorative, offensive, affectionate nerds. Lady is, if you hear Lady growling, it's because Miss is in her, my cat is in her. Yeah, no, the cat can be in the box. She's fine. Stop narking on your sister, dingle butt. She's fine. Goodness gracious. And yes, if y'all can help out Jackie Sins and Naomi Faithless, two community members who really have some rough job insecurity and housing insecurity they're going through right now. Must be a day ending and why. Don't be hateful. Don't be hateful. New Capenna is a fire song about vampires came out because of it? What? Really? If it fits, it sits. Oh, she fits. It's a big ass box. The cat is just like chilling in this giant box, and the lady's like, my dog is like, whoa, but she's not supposed to be in there. Oh, she's not supposed to be in there. Oh, I'm telling mom. Oh, I'm telling mom. Hey, baby. Did I make too much noise and wake you up? Hey, Pooks. Are you going to make mac and cheese? You making mac and cheese? You were going to have a breakfast sandwich? At this hour? Well, no, have a hey, I'm not going to fucking don't let me stop you. Live your life, honey. You're having a breakfast sandwich. Little breakfast girl. Johnny Viral, Dead Domain. Speaking of magic, I'm so pissed that the new secret layer is on Hun. Oh, is Mon Hun. Okay. I need to be in the queue while at work. Fucking ugh. Yeah. Yeah. It's I'm done. I don't do secret layers anymore. Because, like, here's the thing. It's too much money for any card. Every secret layer I've done, I've regretted at some level. Because if I want a card, like it's different to open up a pack and pull a valuable card, right? Because then I have that. I'm up. You know, so in gambling terms, I'm up. But when you're paying $30 or $40 for foil versions, especially like those Spider-Man secret layers were a fucking slap in the face to anybody. Like you're telling people to pay $30 and $40 for 20-cent cards that come with 90% of commander decks. And like, hey, tell you what, I'm gonna turn you all on to game. Let me introduce you to my best friend in the world, MTG Print. I don't remember what I was trying to do. Where you can go and look up. Let's for example see. I low key. Hey. Do you remember somebody asking about the Godzilla lands? Do you remember what the Godzilla lands were? I'll just try and. Marvel Spider-Man. Interesting that while Brianna sees herself as a feminist gamer, her own games characters wear identical and practical skin-tight PVC dresses. Much to think about. Much to think about. Let me see. Oh, it's gonna take a minute to come up with that. Yeah, let's look at all prints. They were just normal lands. Remember what set they were marked from? Were they? I don't remember if they were secret lair or if they were ones you could find in area. Sliders, thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find. Islands was too big of a pull. I should not have. Yeah, this page is slowing down Firefox. I should not have gone for something that is in literally every Magic set. You know what? That's on me. They were secret lair. Okay. You should be able to find it here. Let me, let's go to something that's a little bit less contentious. Yeah, Salty Turtle Cupcake. I had fun opening the. Oh, is it crashing my fucking stream right now? Dog. Oh, Teysa. Oh, I have a proxy of Teysa's secret lair. Yeah, let me see. Because I had a Teysa deck, but it is now Ribble Dibble. Rib Biscuit. Limp Bizzle. What's his name? Honey. What's the one deck name? Ribbit Dibbit? Rib Biscus? Rabble Grabble. Yep, that's the one. Rab Grabble. Rib Bizzit. Rib Robin. Radadrabic. That's the name. Radadrabic. Yeah, okay, let's look up Teysa Karlov. So, if we go to Teysa, say I want to spruce, I want a Teysa. I want to spruce up. Let's see, what does, I think last time I checked it was like $30, $40, right? Secret lair drop, $51.44. Hot damn. $51.44. And you say the same thing I say most of the time. Somebody tells me this piece of cardboard is worth a lot of money. I go, the fuck it is. And I go like this, and I say, I want this one. And boom. I get one of those. And they do bulk orders. So the thing I would say about this is that MTG print is really good, and all that stuff. I'm working on I don't think I have a actual saved version of it to show off, but I'm working on a sick-ass Saw-inspired Skull Clamp. Saw is in the movie Saw. And so I think I've done it about once a year. I will do a decently sized order from here because I don't want to spend even stuff like this. Like it adds up where you get to 200 cards. They're 75 cents a piece, right? So you are paying under 200 as opposed to, let's just see what is a just kind of standard. How much is Lightning Greaves? Lightning Greaves has to be a couple bucks at least. Yeah, like even the basic Lightning Greaves are like $4 or $5. Ooh, that's actually kind of sick. I didn't know about that. I'm sorry, Aethergrift Commander. I was unfamiliar with your game. mtg-print.com. Thank me later. Collectors of luxury cardboard are why we can't have nice things looking at you, Alpha Investments. Fuck, I watched a video of Alpha Investments because out of curiosity I was... When was it? I think it was around Final Fantasy, and I was just kind of curious about the economics of, like, what are the... Because I knew there were people out there who treat this shit like... you know, I know that people treat this shit like stock exchange. And I was curious, like, what's on the ground? And would you believe that Alpha Investment, I think it was Alpha Investments, just like the most incel coded shit I've ever fucking heard. Just like talking shit about people like, you're not fucking fit to hang with this. You gotta be more of an alpha. You gotta take chances. And it's like, you're talking about magic cards, Blackie. You're talking about magic cards. What? Yeah. Anyway, draw my own proxies of ink eyes. Degenerate. Yeah. Zanetti Bridges, my only issue with proxies is my artistic brain knows they aren't real, so I feel obligated to get the official cards, but I know it shouldn't matter, and Watsy doesn't deserve the money. Counterpoint, you should spend a lot of time designing and making your own card. Pick your favorite card. Make your version of it. And you'll be like, you know what? Actually, that shit's kind of fire. Actually making proxies, kind of based. Hey, lady. Why are you yelling? Is Miss still in there? I thought Miss was over here. You gotta eat a worm to get on the bus type of shit. Pokemon is so much worse for Invest Bros. I cannot fucking believe it. I refuse to believe it. They are counterfeit. They use a similar, like... So the printing process is different. They are not laminated like Magic cards. Also, they're foiling, so just don't buy their foiling. I would say that. I don't like their foiling at all. I ordered 2 or 3, and I think the foiling looks kind of shitty from MTG Print. I'll be so for real. But the regular stuff, A-okay. Let's see if I think I still have... Actually, let me check really quick. You are fine. Your sister is fine. Let her be. Let her have her fun in the box. You say, oh, cat's not supposed to be in the box. Do their foils Pringle? Not that I've noticed. These are ones I made. I have a box of proxies I've made. So, like, yeah, that's my counter spell. Let me see. I think I have the foil counter spell in here that I made. Okay. Oh, yep. There it is. All right. So, just to give a quick comparison, and then we'll move on to the Trump shit soon. Sorry, I've been diverting. So here is it. Just like it looks hazy. Like it's just this metallic sheen that looks like a sticker on top of the card. So here is a custom proxy I did for a counter spell, right? Counter target spell, 2 blue, classic card, right? Nobody counter spell. Another example of a card that you'll want in a ton of decks, but then like I'm not going to shell out money for counter spells, you know? But here is the foil version, and it's just this like, it just looks like a sheen. Like it is not foiled the same way a card is. It's just like a sticker over top of it, and I think that kind of sucks, which is a bummer. You know, I strongly dislike that. But yeah, other than that, like, and I did that. That was part of a. It's not really a secret lair, but that was part of a like series I did on like here are some. I did some Spider-Man cards in a more fitting Magic style, for example. Yeah. Marjorie Taylor Greene proxy. I hate it. I hate it. Resi RNG. I see what you did there. So yeah, if you find yourself tempted by other stuff, check this shit out. Save yourself some money. Have more fun with Magic. Make the game your own. Don't play by a fucking company's rules. Now, don't you put that evil on me. Don't you say Marjorie Taylor Greene would be red black. Don't you use my favorite colors against me like that. How dare you? How dare you? Rakdos Guild never did anything to anybody. She would be blue-white. She would be a fucking goody two-shoes. Blue-white fascist. I mean, look. Blue-white Azorius control is a thing for a reason. Just saying. Just saying. I will say, so Decade, talking about Pokemon, I have one singular Pokemon card on my desk. And it is, I do not think it's worth anything. I know it's not worth anything because I pulled it from like a 25-cent thing. But it is a foil Pumpkaboo that I only bought because, the art is so banger. It's this like claymation Pumpkaboo. Like look at this little guy. I love him. I love him. Love him. Ooh. Rakdos kidnapped my cat and taught it how to use a lighter. Whoa! I found a modern style Charizard on the ground a year ago and sold it for $100 earlier this year because the market is fake and made up. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, and I bought it. I was so charmed by this basic foil Pumpkaboo. Just a common, just a little guy. I was charmed by this little man that I bought him immediately, and he sits on my desk staring at me. And I look over at him sometimes, and I am continually charmed by his whimsy. And it's one of those things where it's like, damn, Pokemon cards still got that shit on for real. Like, Pokemon cards are still, the artistry of them is so good, and it bums me out looking at a lot of Magic cards. And it's not to say the art is bad on Magic cards. There's some really great shit. But like that kind of thing. One of my favorite cards, really quick, before we move on. It's not a great card, but I have a copy, and I pulled it because it is one of 3 cards that have a 19-year-old MTG Uncommon skyrockets in price. Hang on now. Hold the phone. What are we talking here? What are we talking here? The spike? Jesus Christ. Tripled in price. Okay. And it's $3. All right, that's not. Whoa, hang on. Foil. Okay, foil is different. All right, yeah, sure, whatever. But Claws of Gix, so I love the art of it because it is actually a It's a photograph. Like, it is a set up photograph. And there were only, from Henry G. Higginbotham, there were only a couple of cards ever made like this. And I think, like, it's just fucking gorgeous. I mean, look at it. I have an original Urza Saga. I think Urza Saga copy, not the Time Spiral one that's pictured here. But it's this kind of stuff that you don't get anymore, you know? And that's the shit that bums me out. It's the thing that I've talked about with Bugs a lot, where there is this, like, when you're talking about fantasy, you're talking about this intangible realm, this other world. And there is an artistry that goes into bringing that together, I think is lost a little bit when you have such corporate mandated aesthetics. One of the things, I'd pull up a bunch of examples, but I don't want to go down the rabbit hole right now. But, like, one of the things I love is the way old Phyrexians used to look, because nobody fucking knew what a Phyrexian looked like. And it's so fucking cool. You know, like, everybody has, like, a different idea. I think the classic one, Helapterus. I'm close. I'm shocked that's even remotely close. Helopterus Lemur, which is a classic dumbass bullshit card. So here's the thing, Monty the Ogre, if you can't find the art of the Godzilla cards on that website, go and look up high quality scans of them. So, like, on Scryfall or something, download those and then just print those out, because the Scryfall ones should be the same dimensions that you need for just a card. Make sure they are, though. So Summon Lemur, it was meant to be a spirit. The artist didn't know. This is kind of a famous thing in the community. The artist didn't know what a lemur was and assumed it was kind of like a lemur, which is not what it was supposed to be. So you end up with the thing that is actually it's supposed to look like in Dominaria Remastered as kind of a fun little bit. This is what it's supposed to look like this Grim Reaper spirit thing. So you go back to this, and it has a fucking nonsensical ability. Like, you pay nothing for flying and -1. What? The lemurs looked harmless until they descended on my troops. And then the next part is I was wrong, not harmless at all, which is very good. But it's that level of, like, one of here's another. I was holding this card in my hand but a couple days ago. Like, look at this fucking Bingus. Look at this absolute fucking donkus doofus. And this is supposed to be, like, if I'm remembering correct, Urtai is like a bad guy. This is like a fucking like bad guy's right hand creature. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, this is a creature right here. Another classic banger is the original Nico Bolas. The freshman episode. Oh, thank you very much. Maxis Animates are 710. Hey, DD and pals, just want to say Pumpkaboo's a fun little fella. Unless it's supersized, then it's a big little fella. Here we go. I think this is the original Legends. Oh, god damn. That Legends Nico Bolas went up. But you have, like, series. And this fucking picture looks like a Sleepy Time tea commercial. Like, I missed that. I missed that. I don't know. Oh yeah, I was actually just holding another one of those cards. I forgot that. Yeah, one of the I think two of the Kaldheim sagas had pictures of like actual wood carvings done in that kind of Scandinavian style. It's fucking gorgeous. Yeah, exactly. Like style guides are fine, but having a push for cards, having effective card art has squished artistic expression. Yeah, it's fucking it's a bummer. Like I miss artists being able to be like, hello, hello, Kibbin. Can y'all see this Kibby? Can you see this Kibby? Hello, hello, baby. Hello, baby. Her little tail is just going swish, swish. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh that's the good stuff. Oh that's the good stuff. Yeah. Hello, baby. Hello. Hey, grandma. Hey, grandma. You said that baby. What that cat doing? Hey, my baby. Orker. That's a happy kitty. She very happy. She say, I spend time in box. I got my meat cubes. Yeah, make sure you always baffle your artists before commissioning them. Amen. So, how do I even start approaching this? Justice Department to investigate Trump ties, to Epstein ties, but not to Trump. Trump ordered the Justice Department to investigate the dealings of Democrats with Jeffrey Epstein after a week in which his own relationship was in the spotlight. That's understatement. When a trove of Epstein's emails were made public this week, Trump's name was all over them. But on Friday, and people are still going through them, I think, was it 2,000 or 20,000? A ridiculous amount of emails have been made public as part of this. And there are like websites you can go to and search through and like even name search for Trump. And it is becoming so in ways that I honestly, it was 20,000. That's what I thought. In ways that I honestly didn't anticipate, it is becoming so incredibly clear how guilty Trump was. And I want to address one thing that I've seen some people say, because I had a tweet that didn't go viral, but it popped off a little bit. That was just saying, because Epstein said in, some private emails that like, yeah, I fucking hate this Trump guy. He's such a piece of shit. And a lot of people were like, oh yeah, you're gonna side with Jeffrey Epstein over this? Like, oh yeah, it doesn't, yeah, you think you might want to think about it a little bit more who you're agreeing with on here. It's like, two people can agree that somebody's a piece of shit. Like the idea that, oh, Epstein actually hated Trump is not disqualifying, because that's just how rich fuckers are. Like, all of this is a game to them. Every you don't see people like Elon Musk, people like fucking Peter Thiel, people like Jeffrey Epstein, people like Donald Trump going to family cookouts. They don't have people over for dinner. They don't have game nights like the rest of us. They don't like just go out to bars and hang out after work. Like, the idea of a normal social interaction or having this kind of like a friend group where you'd be like, oh, I don't like this guy, so I'm not going to do that. That's not something that they fucking do, because everything to them is a connection. It's like, there are sayings about this for a reason. People have been saying forever, it's all about who you know. Yeah, no, it's literally like, damn, Hitler also drank water. Think about that. It's like, fucking what? Yeah, the coping is bonkers. Equally remarkable. Attorney General Pam Bondi acquiesced to his demand, even though 4 months ago the Justice Department formally declared that nothing in the Epstein files warranted further investigation. So, This has been so interesting. And God, what I wouldn't fucking give. Hang on. What I wouldn't give to be a fly on the Oval Office. Oh, Rothrider, thank you very much. Robin Ryder, Rothrider, thank you very much for subscribing. Oh, excuse you. Meowing at me. Meowing at me. The amount of cope coming out about this. Marjorie Taylor Greene has had a very public. Let me see if I can find it. The amount of like cognitive dissonance she's going through right now is bonkers to me. President's one-time ally says she's been contacted by private security firms after denunciation by president. So she has been one of the only people who has been steadfast about releasing, on the Republican side, steadfast about releasing the Epstein files. And I think she also is, I don't want to give her too much credit, but I think she is savvy enough of a operator to understand that Trump is not on the right side of this. And that it is in her best political interest to keep pursuing this, to double down, even if it is now quite literally putting her in danger. Previously fiercely defended Trump and his MAGA movement, said on Saturday she's been contacted, blah, blah, blah. In a post on X, Greene said that a hotbed of threats against me are being fueled and egged on by the most powerful man in the world, without referring to Trump by name, adding it was the man I supported and helped get elected. In a later post on X, Greene posted a chart of rising average grocery bills, calling it the ultimate warning to all of my Republican colleagues, and equating cost of living pressures to a vote in Congress over the release of further Epstein files next week. She says she's had warnings after posts by Trump. Meredith Nevin, thank you very much for $5. Joke for the stream. How does Trump play golf? With mini strokes. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for me. The dispute between Greene and Trump, simmering for months, has broken out into the open as the once solid MAG supporter found herself opposing Trump, including U.S. military aid to Israel and the Epstein files. Quote, Marjorie Traitor Greene, unfortunately pretty good. He popped off with that. Is a disgrace to our great Republican Party, Trump fumed on social media a day after ending his support, calling her wacky Marjorie, saying he would endorse a challenger against her. It bears calling attention to that the Epstein thing is not like it's very clearly real at this point. They have Streisand affected this to such a bonkers degree. Sophisticated op. Steve Bannon advised Epstein for years. Hundreds of texts over almost a year show Steve Bannon, a convicted sex offender, Epstein workshopping legal and media strategies to protect Epstein from the legal and publicity quagmire. The text released by the House Oversight Committee show that as early as June 2018, so when Trump was president, the pair were devising responses to gathering storm of public outrage about Epstein's criminal history, his favorable treatment by the justice system, and his friendships with powerful figures. Bannon conspiratorially described the renewed scrutiny of Epstein as a sophisticated op. So yeah, that's what's happening with Marjorie. Laura Loomer teases Georgia move after president. Oh. Please. Please. I want to see the Marjorie Taylor Greene, Laura Loomer cat fight. Greene has not responded. Should I move to Georgia, she asked. Called Greene a ranting lunatic. how it really. It just, at this point, you must truly have no soul to be defending this loathsome pedophile slug. Like I can't quantify it otherwise. Like how all these people, you have to be. It's the Megyn Kelly thing. So yeah, let me talk about the Megyn Kelly thing. Because the entire conservative ecosystem has been having a collective conniption trying to figure out how to fucking angle this. And Megyn Kelly went with the classic mainstay of conservative, well, actually, the old, well, technically it's called aphobophilia. Oh, I'm sorry. Cat did not like that. Oh, you're so purry. You're purring so loud. I'll have to make this joke again for the upcoming video on Mar-a-Lago face, but oh, it's back. Okay. Whew. Oh, Grinar, hey DD in chat, just finished watching Venom 2 with one of the community side men. Hope all are well. How did you find it? The Raider, hey Vesper, howdy chat, just finished watching your video on the Pissed Off Lawyer. I remember them from when I was still on Twitter, back when they were still a decent human being. Thank you for watching. This cat is just like staring up at me lovingly. Look at her little face. She's staring at me. What do you mean stream broke? Oh no. Did my stream fuck up again? Alright, let me know when I'm back. Back? Oh, we're Joe back. We're Joe back. You hear that? You ruined my stream, Kevin. You ruined my stream. Okay. No, the Mar-a-Lago face, it's like the fucking Joker toxin from '89 Batman. Was it Smilex products? It's been a minute since I saw it. Megyn Kelly is known for her offering absurd takes nobody asked for. One of the funniest outcomes of people like Megyn Kelly, people like Tucker Carlson, all these people like going vaguely independent, not being yoked to Fox News anymore, is seeing what the pressure cooker of conservative media does to a brain and then letting it off a leash. Like, what does it do to be in this conspiratorial space for so long, to have this entire abstracted simulacrum of a worldview constructed for you, given to you, and then as a ostensibly independently thinking, feeling human, you are then left to pursue your own career and devices. And this shit just happens. There's her insistence that Santa Claus is white, her claim that wearing blackface used to not be so bad, one that got her fired from NBC News. Wednesday, on her eponymous Sirius XM show, Kelly picked up another hill to die on. She implied, in conversation with News Nation host Batya Ungar-Sargon, that it wasn't quite fair to call Jeffrey Epstein a pedophile because he was, quote, into the barely legal type of minors, which Kelly appallingly defines as, quote, like 15-year-olds who look like they could be legal adults. Ah, yes, the Destiny defense. Steven, get back to me. Hey, you know what? Maybe I should send the Pissed Off Lawyer video to Steven. That way you can see I can still do a fair interview even if I don't like you. Epstein was charged with sex trafficking in minors, and Kelly said she nonetheless questioned how to characterize Epstein as a pedophile. Like, oh, reading this is so frustrating. Reading this is so frustrating. because she claims she knows somebody very, very close to this case who is in a position to know virtually everything. And this person has told me from the start, years and years ago, that Jeffrey Epstein, in this person's view, was not a pedophile. It's probably Alan Dershowitz. I want to say it's Alan Dershowitz. I'm going to say that that is the Dersh. How do I know that? Or why am I assuming that? I don't know that. Trump lawyer, 87, offers creepy, not a pedophile defense of Jeffrey Epstein. You're neck deep in politics. Why are you getting upset reading? Because they're making excuses for pedophiles. Like, that's why I'm getting upset. Like, this abstraction literally only serves to enable more harm for other people. Let's go to Yahoo. Nyan Rap, Mar-a-Lago face kind of makes me a little scared of getting FFS someday because I don't want to look like that. Well, the difference between FFS and Mar-a-Lago face is that Mar-a-Lago face is more about, like, adding, whereas FFS is generally about subtracting. Like, they go in, they peel your face off. God, it's so fucking metal. I can't wait for FFS. I need to sign up for it. Hello, Cat. Do you have something to tell people? Why would you not? Why would you not? Why would you not do this? Privately disparaged. That's actually funny. Financier. Okay, so here's Alan Dershowitz. Privately disparaged former Harvard professor Alan Dershowitz over a period of years, even as the Dersh, his lawyer, continued providing legal guidance according to emails released by Congress on Wednesday. Hey, where are you going? What? Public by Republicans on the House Oversight Committee. Epstein repeatedly criticized Dershowitz's media presence in defense of U.S. President Donald Trump, in addition to several offhanded insults. That's very funny. You never stop being a person's lawyer. That's a horrible thing to say about something. Yeah, Alan Dershowitz should be redacted. What happened with Cabeza? Like the LGBT movement getting kids in. Yeah, bro. Children being at pride parades is not the same as sex trafficking children. Public degeneracy leads into way crazier stuff. I'll take literally any source on that aside from trust me, bro. Equally remarkable, and if you say Cabeza, if you say just look at history, or this is like fall of empire shit, if you say look at Rome or look at any of this shit, you're banned. Choose wisely. Lady, leave your sister alone. I just hear a little meow. Because lady goes over. Why are you harassing your sister? You are. I just saw you bully her. Be nice to the baby. She's grandma. She's old. She don't got no teeth anymore. They already got removed. Ah, darn. All right, so back to the original article. This is another Russia scam with all arrows pointing to the Democrats, which is famously, interestingly, not where they're pointing. Well, You know, let's say, for the sake of argument, that there is one arrow pointing at the Democrat, a Democrat, Bill Clinton. Yeah. Miss Bondi said she had chosen Jay Clayton, the U.S. Attorney in Manhattan, to handle the matter. Trump's response to this week's Epstein revelations was the reprise of a deflective tactic he has deployed in instances of crisis. When the spotlight begins to burn, Trump deflects, points fingers, or changes the conversation. He even tries to pull his adversaries, often one of the Clintons, into the scene with him. Then he exits stage right. Maybe not the best time. Maybe not the best time to bring in one of the Clintons in. I'm just saying. Trump has emphatically denied, blah, blah, blah. It's all bullshit. Mr. Bonnie's decision to press forward with the investigation is a complete turnaround from a memo issued by the Justice Department in July. I do find it funny because nobody straight up expected this much shit to come out about Epstein. Not Republicans, not Democrats, none of them. Because I guarantee this shit goes deeper than anybody knows. And the thing that they are trying to do now is to try and gain some of that momentum because Bubba, Bill Clinton, was mentioned several times and be like, aha, obviously, this is all Clinton psyop. Playing the hits again, baby. Back in 2016. Let's go. Still, an investigation into any one of the targets suggested by Trump were to ultimately start, it could allow the Justice Department to refuse to release any further files related to Mr. Epstein by claiming the disclosures could harm continuing inquiries. And that is exactly why they are doing it. It is not only to try and rile their base, who will, being the easily grass-fed rubes they are, will just continue driving off that same cliff because, Clinton's in the files. But more importantly, they're going to be like, well, obviously we can't. Look, I know you want to release all the files, but it's an active investigation. What are we going to do? Release all the files? If somebody does do that, though, I think we have reached a point where somebody will legitimately, if they try and avoid releasing it in that way, I think we will see the files come out either way. This vote to release them is going through. The reason that, if this was an actual hoax, if it was the Russia hoax and all this shit, he might want to claim that it's similar to that. But the fact of the matter is, he is spending so much more time and bandwidth discussing this, denying this, going out of his way, having Capitol Hill meetings with people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert and Nancy Mace to get them to not vote on this. Nancy Mace, the craven sociopath that she is still capitulating to Trump and is following along with this shit. Giving the Geraldo to Billy C, that's fucking crazy. So I wanted to get all of this, the kind of other stuff out of the way. Audrey Lynn, thank you very much for subscribing. Do we have the So, if you've seen social media in the last day, you may have seen various jokes alluding to Donald Trump being a throat goat of the emails that have been leaked from Jeffrey Epstein's estate, which, in addition to putting into very funny context a lot of beefing tweets Trump has had with Obama and Hillary Clinton in the last 15 years, would be, and I cannot stress this enough, would be the absolute funniest way for all of this shit to end. Like, it's like a fucking Coen Brothers or something, in his traditionally bombastic way. But what he additionally says is, like, is there a more fitting figure than somebody who lives on Diet Pepsi and McDonald's, Diet Coke and McDonald's? And I'm like, damn, yeah, no, that's actually true. Like, we couldn't have arrived at this point without somebody like that. Honestly, it is a nexus of everything terrible. Go. You have your food. You have your water. Go away. Is sound out again? Are we back? Okay, I don't know why people are saying it's muted. It might be, I don't know what it is. It might be a fucking, no sound. I mean, I see sound on my end. Audio is desynced. It got better. Okay, Grinner, you've got sound. We might be Joe back. Yeah, I think it's a buffer issue. Fuck. Video gets desynced from audio. Man. All right, somebody's saying refresh stream fixed it. So I'm just gonna keep going. It would be so perfect to have this nationalist movement that has all but completely divided an already crumbling American empire, that has, through just sheer egotism and blind nationalist pride, has basically guaranteed the fall of American international worldwide supremacy for generations, at the minimum. That's assuming, the planet lasts that long. And the funniest possible eventuality would be to, after all of this, after so many people literally dying, giving their blood, sweat, tears for this man and his ideological mission, in as far as he has any tangible, like, ideology you can dissect, which isn't much. But for all of this to come back to a reported picture of Trump sucking off Bill Clinton, look, I outside of one email, there's no reason to believe this is real, but I want to manifest it so hard. I want it so bad. So let's get into this really quick. On Wednesday, lawmakers released more than 20,000 pages of documents connected to Epstein, a convicted sex offender who died by suicide. Some of the documents mentioned Trump, including... Now, by the way, the email is real. People are speculating, oh, maybe it's fake. No, it was released by U.S. lawmakers. It was held by the Epstein estate. Like, this is a real email that went straight from, at some point, a computer to the public. Yeah, this is a different kind of big, beautiful bill. Am I right? Hey. Some of the documents mention Trump, including one from Epstein's brother, Mark. Oh, hi, Mark. Which references photos of Trump, quote-unquote, blowing Bubba. Bubba is a nickname of former President Bill Clinton, but Mark Epstein told Newsweek the individual was not Clinton. He did not provide any additional details about the identity of Bubba or the meaning of the emails. I love the idea of Newsweek being like, fucking going to the brother of this insane pedophile and being like, hey dude, what? Like, is this who we fucking think it was? And he's just like, no, I gotta go, I'm late for a thing, like, so can we, like, I tell you what, I'll have my people call your people. Like, that's fucking crazy. That's crazy. I saw how Trump handled that microphone, not his first time. Hey, baby. Nicotine lozenges. Somebody donate to the Ko-Fi so I can get my baby nicotine lozenges because they're trying to stop smoking. And I'm trying to help. Johnny Viral, do we have the Ko-Fi link in chat? Because I just paid fucking $80 for dog food. By the way, also thank people for helping with that. I really appreciate it. Files related to Epstein continue to cause problem for the Trump admin as bipartisan groups have called for greater transparency and the further publication of documents and evidence in the government's possession. Trump has consistently denied any wrongdoing, but the recent release of thousands of documents have brought fresh scrutiny. What to know? In an email sent in March 2018, Mark Epstein told Jeffrey Epstein to ask Steve Bannon. This is the funniest shit in the world to me. Thank you very much, Johnny Viral, for posting all of the Ko-Fi links. Oh yeah, Majestic Spider-Man. I will get to that in a fucking minute. This again. When people are like, you're going to take Jeffrey Epstein's word over if Trump is a bad guy or not, like, obviously they weren't friends. I want you to read this fucking sentence and tell me that when you reach a certain level of wealth, it is not just one massive game of high school mean girl telephone. Like, listen to this. Mark Epstein told Jeffrey Epstein to ask Steve Bannon, Trump's former chief strategist, if Russian President Vladimir Putin had the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. Like, you see how you put on a Valley Girl accent and suddenly it makes more sense. Majestic Spider-Man, Black Ops 7 is somehow worse than Modern Warfare 3.23. I couldn't believe it, and they used AI slop. Such dog shit. Yeah, man. I'll be real. I had a slight reaction when they were like, "Oh, okay, they're bringing back David Mason. They're following up Black Ops 2, one of my favorites in the series." I'm like, okay. You know what? I'm gonna see. Lady Farrell, I always thought Ko-Fi was supposed to be pronounced coffee. Here's the problem. I think it is, and I just say it Ko-Fi because I'm too stubborn to change it at this point. I think it is. It's like that one kid who never heard the name Hermione or Mario. They just read it. So they're like, oh, Mario from the Mario and Luigi game. Bubba might be a horse, but that's just what I heard. Somebody call Vosh. I need expert analysis on this. My partner just looked at me from the fucking other room. Don't you me. Yeah, no, it wasn't Bubba Clinton. Refuses to elaborate, leaves. Exactly. Aw, Blue Phoenix gave Johnny Viral head pats. None of these words are in the Bible. True. Jeffrey's brother had a horse named Bubba. I don't even know how to process. Like it's one of those things. this is not obviously a confirmed thing. Like this is YouTube speculation. But the human mind, my mind, struggles to comprehend a world in which that is a true and possible thing. And I am absolutely boondoggled just contemplating the vastness, the infinite realms of possibilities opened up by that being true. There's literally no telling what could happen. I mean, like dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. That's fucking crazy. That's just a rumor, I know. It's hard to believe. It is, yeah. Yeah. I think it's hard to believe. I don't want to think. I don't like. That's just. Oh, it's so. Oh. I mean, but I'm also, again, like people being like, oh, rich people do weird power stuff all the time. I believe it. Yeah, I could see it too. Like you say like, oh, that's fucking crazy, that would never happen, but then you realize we're talking about Jeffrey Epstein, an insane, like, weird eugenicist pedophile who thought he'd be able to put his brain in a fucking computer, who was a barely literate idiot, yet also a financier and a socialite, some of the richest people in the fucking world, who had a private pedophile island. Like, the dude just had a solo getaway for vacations. Like, the guck heard round the world. It is very frat boy hazing core. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, and Jeffrey Epstein was a fucking weird, like, hey, shocking for the most fucking Bill Jack Horseman. Damn. Mackenzie L, thank you for $5. Everything we expect and heard is true. Will this be the end of MAGA? I don't see it coming back from this, even with Miller's power grab attempts. I think so. I think, like, if any of this I think some of this will turn out to be true, but depending on what turns out to be true, and I think the important part is when we see it, because they are going to fight tooth and fucking nail, like we were talking earlier, to get none of this released. If all of it gets released to the public, everything that is both being held by the Epstein estate and federally, I think it's fucking Jover. I think within a day we see shit that'll turn you white. To quote Ghostbusters again. But I think there's the problem with the cult mentality, and I only use this because it has been broadly kind of proven that a lot of MAGA are in this kind of, and it's not just MAGA, but it has overlaps with like anti-vax and health nuts and QAnon and all that shit. And the problem with a lot of these radical movements and the way that radical thought works is that it is a matter of moving goalposts. Like there's always something else coming down the road. It is you saw it with QAnon, where it's like, oh no, this is the storm. No, wait. Actually, maybe this will be the storm. Actually, oh, hang on, I think this is going to be the storm. And then we see also, like, it's the exact same thing with cults and cult leaders when, the apocalypse doesn't happen, the rapture doesn't happen, the cult leader goes into their tent and they walk back out. They're like, oh, you know what? My bad. It's 5 years from now. I read the stars wrong. That's honest mistake. And then they just continue on as if nothing has actually changed because they have a new goalpost, right? That being said, I think anybody but the most hardcore adherents, like true people I would question the mental acuity of, or people who are already so deeply in bed with him politically, people like Stephen Miller, probably J.D. Vance. Anybody but them are probably not going to want to go down with this ship, especially as you see more people. I think people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, people like Lauren Boebert, especially Marjorie Taylor Greene, having so much sway in the movement, being so steadfast in conservatism. And still, here's the thing. Marjorie Taylor Greene is not a Democrat. She's not a liberal by any fucking stretch. She is still out there touting the exact same bullshit party line. She is still out there talking about, we should give foreign aid to Israel. We should let all these brown people die over in the desert and fucking, men out of women's spaces and like all of this bullshit. Marjorie Taylor Greene is not a good person. But she is so heavily identified in the conservative space that her going and breaking with Trump is more significant than I think a lot of people are processing right now. And I think it will be a asset to kind of awaken that cognitive dissonance or chip away at that worldview in a lot of MAGA Republicans. Yeah, these things become tests of faith. Followers will leave, but those that remain will double down on the faith. Yeah, and you've already seen that. Like Trump has, like with his loyalists, the people who have stuck to him the most, he's been nothing but consistently like heinous. Like he just gives them whatever the fuck they want, For some people, babe. Oh, you just sent me. Did you send me slop?
No.
You sent me slop on Instagram?
Why would I do that? Baby talk. Negative reinforcement.
Oh, damn it. You're right. It's hateful. I love you. For some people, you can give them the original film and it wouldn't matter, but there's a kind of narrative momentum that they rely on. Yeah. Yeah, there is a thing about cults enforcing insular structures and weed out the non-believers more and more. Yeah. I think there are a lot of people also on the periphery, the people who are likewise opportunists. I think people like Nick Fuentes who are going to get a wider acceptance, even though, hey, Dasha, that stupid cunt from the fucking Red Scare podcast, got dropped by her talent agency for inviting that little shithead onto her podcast. So hey, maybe pendulum woke is back, baby. I'm staying. Hey, everybody out there. This is my professional investment advice. Invest in woke because stocks are only going up from here. Woo! Yeah, Lennon Cat knows what to do. It's what happens when you fill your social circles with Machiavellian backstabbers. Yeah, it is. It's and I think here's the thing is that we need. So the other thing to consider is that when all the shit comes out, because people are like, oh, and this has been the line forever. Why are there 8 huge streams for this stream? The fuck? I don't know. I don't have my phone near me, so I'll have to delete those later. That's fucking dumb. This thing has been a nightmare. I don't know what's going on with the stream, but did I see Kyle Kulinski ratio the GOP with his woke is back response? Kyle, I've been following Kyle for a minute. I get a kick out of Kyle's fucking posts, man. Like I post some edgy shit sometimes, but man, Kyle's been fucking on one. We love a dark woke warrior out there. It's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Yeah, love that. Woke to the moon. All right, give me 1 second. Grinner, how do you feel about Rogue and Gambit coming to Marvel Rivals? I haven't been able to play it. I want to play it. Like, y'all have seen, I've shown the Rogue cosplay multiple fucking times. I want to play it. I want to play my girl, but I haven't had time yet. Yeah, I played a little bit more of Ninja Gaiden 4 last night, and I was like, just for an hour to like cool down after working 9-ish hours yesterday on the fucking pissed off lawyer video, which, by the way, once the stream is done, if you haven't yet, please go check that out. Please go like and subscribe and all that stuff. And yeah, so Black Ops 7, I think the slogan was like embrace the insanity or something. And from what it seemed like, they were going to go into like techno drugs or like, you know, mind altering drugs and substances, which is actually kind of so the problem with Black Ops with it after the first game nailed it so well. The first game, it was so awesome in its storytelling, even for the like even now it's still really good. I did a review of it on the video on the reviewing shooters thing, and it did such a good job of subverting expectations of being a good pulpy Cold War story, but also being like the psychological kind of mind fuck. It's not like, you know, high art or fucking anything. It's goddamn it's Call of Duty, right? From 2010, 2009, 2010, 2011, somewhere around there. Doesn't matter. And so they've tried over time, because Black Ops 3 tried to do a similar thing. Look, Black Ops 3 is a fucking mess of a video game, but the narrative trick that they do, I do think is kind of clever. I think there is kind of a brilliance in between the narrative of Black Ops 3 that just doesn't come together. And then you had 4, which had no real story. And then you had 5. And Cold War is maybe one of my favorites because it tries to recapture some of the actual feel of that original game. And it's the problem with Silent Hill games a lot of the time, where it is held up so much, like Silent Hill 2 and the quote-unquote twists of Silent Hill 2 and the emphasis on trauma and shit is so revered that I think a lot of people, when they sit down to, even if they want to come into a new era, a new aesthetic, they can't help but crib from that because it was so overwhelmingly popular and such a staple that then everything moving forward for a lot of people becomes a kind of a carbon copy of that, even if it wasn't like the intention. And yeah, I don't know. Like, Cold War was the last time it felt like they really tried. I love the multiplayer maps in Cold War. I still, every now and then, I'll go back and play some fucking some Cold War. Like, Cold War is a banger video game, top to bottom. And then 6 was... It's weird because every Call of Duty that comes out, it feels... There are things that you can look at and you can see and you're like, oh, this was rushed. But then there are things that are like, oh, they're trying to do something interesting. And I think it is, again, every new Call of Duty wants to simultaneously, or every new Black Ops wants to simultaneously be a mindfuck, mind control story like Black Ops 1, but also wants to like do weird, cool narrative stuff like Black Ops 2, which had like the branching story, which was so fucking cool. The problem is that in the last couple years, it's had basically a 1-year development cycle for a massive AAA game. And it hasn't been cutting it for years. You could see it with Black Ops 6, where the story, by my remembering, and I only played the campaign once, but my recollection was like a quarter to a third of that game was very clearly reused zombie assets from the zombies mode. Like they literally were like, okay, the crazy drug in this game makes you see, ooh, zombie. What if it was zombies? Huh? What if it was zombies? And the reason that they do that is because it is easier to reuse those assets than to create entirely new assets. And it's such a fucking bummer. I'll be so for real. Cold War made me kind of mad because of the way they never addressed Alex Mason, and that Bell got the same shit that the Soviets did to Mason, but we never got that interaction with Bell after the real. Yeah. Was 3 or 4 the one you get to see Ben Browder get wrecked? I think that was 3. Yeah, I'm playing through Cold War Zombies with a friend, and I'm realizing how many reused assets exist. I was 14 when Cold War came out, so I didn't notice at the time. That hurt me. That did actual psychic damage. Being 14. I was 14 when... I think I was like 14 when the first Black Ops came out. That's rough. That's rough. Oh. Yeah, I'll believe the Call of Duty movie shit when I fucking see it. That's one of those things. That's like the BioShock movie. You know, it's been rumored and in the works for so long that like I'll when I fucking see it, when you deliver me a Call of Duty trailer. Yeah, I don't know. Like which COD started wall runs? The wall runs were in technically Advanced Warfare was the one that like added movement. The wall runs became a real thing in Black Ops 3, which is goated, and then it wasn't as good. The stickiness wasn't right in Infinite Warfare. But man, that campaign's so fucking good. Oh, yeah, or the Akira movie or the Metal Gear Solid movie. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a bummer because I saw some of the stuff going around about like that fucking plant flower. You're fighting fucking Biolante in the new one, and it's just like, what are we doing, y'all? What are you doing? How did Woods survive being blown up with Krevchenko? The answer, Jackie, is that Woods is one of the only recognizable characters from Call of Duty, so they couldn't kill him. I don't know. I felt really down on Call of Duty for a really long time, which is a bummer because I grew up playing it and I loved playing it, and I looked forward to the campaigns every year, and now it's a point where like I used to play all the campaigns multiple times. I used to run them back for it. I used to beat everything on Veteran. There was a point up to which I think it was Ghost Modern Warfare 3. I think all the way through Black Ops 3, I had beaten every campaign on Veteran. And it's so... like seeing some of the shit coming out, like the campaign in the new one is always online that people can just fucking join with no invites. Like they just do random matchmaking. Like, huh? Like, so people will be watching, I've seen clips online where people will be watching cutscenes and then just hear somebody in their headset and start having a conversation like, yo, what the fuck? Who, what? Why are you here? And it's just like, that combined with the AI shit, the AI stuff is fucking egregious. Using that stuff for like logos and calling cards and all that stuff, that is those are unlockables, man. Like those are the things that you're going for. That's the reason why you play. You want to put some tight shit on your account, and you're fucking giving me this AI slop. Like, what the fuck? Oh, the Modern Warfare 2 museum. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Like, Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, I think Modern Warfare 3 was the last. No, Black Ops 2. Black Ops 2 was the last one that I think had like a real like texture to it. You know, like it had like a real cohesive vision, and like it just felt like, god damn, this is a series, this is a studio firing on all fucking cylinders. Like multiplayer, zombies, all of it just fucking worked. And like it's stuff like that that is like, you don't get stuff like the Modern Warfare 2 museum anymore because they don't have time for it in development. Like they're rushing through creating these full fucking games. They're rushing through, like, I don't think people understand the just seismic effort Call of Duty is these days, where you are making a cinematic single player campaign, which means you have to have real actors. Like I think Michael Rooker's in the new one again. Real actors. You have to have full mocap studios and suits. You have to have full like shoots. You have to have unique assets and artists. So you are making a AAA single player game while also making a AAA co-op game with zombies, and then stapled to that a ongoing AAA live service multiplayer every year. On top of that, you also have multiple studios working on a AAA live service battle royale consistently that also has to tie into all the other shit. And it's just like, it's where you've lost the texture of what made the series great to begin with. And this is like it's in shitification. It comes for everybody eventually. Brianna Wu, Maddie was at the very beginning. But yeah, yeah, no, Michael Rooker was in Black Ops 2, and then I believe he's in the new one. Again, I've only seen a little bit of clips. I saw the plant monster. I saw clips of people joining halfway through, and I've been thinking of getting it too, because I still like a COD multiplayer. I still like. There's nothing quite like it that has that speed, but I think I'm gonna do the same thing I did last year, and just download Cold War and just play Cold War. But yeah, I hope everybody has a great rest of your night. I have to get going. My partner and I have I'm really sorry about I don't know what happened with the stream. I think Menendez is in the new game as well. No, so that's the other fucking dumbass bullshit, is that like now you have these weird timelines where shit is overlapping, where like Modern Warfare and Black Ops technically now kind of exist in the same universe because there's weird ties like Burger Town, but then the Modern Warfare reboot completely just side fucks all of those characters and their motivations and anything that made those original games so like iconic in a lot of ways. Like, man, I didn't even finish the Modern Warfare 2 and 3 campaigns. Like, that first one was all right. The 2021 was solid. But fuck, man. Like, the shit they were doing in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, it feels like what Treyarch or Sledgehammer, whoever the fuck is doing Black Ops now, is running up against, where it's just like they did not have enough time for development, because the way game development typically works is that you have a timeline and you meet benchmarks, right? So you set out, by this point, a producer is going to come to you and say, okay, do we have this done? What still needs to be done? And so you have like 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, like whatever. And sometimes shit changes, needs to be pushed off more. This happens a lot with big games, things like, Grand Theft Auto, for example, for a more recent example. The thing that has happened that is so clear with Call of Duty is that they set out a timeline, or they are given a timeline, probably more accurately, and there is no moving from that. So come fucking hell or high water, they are delivering a game. And yeah, The gaming industry is mega bungled right now. AI slop in Call of Duty, Rockstar union busting, Squeenix mass layoffs. Yeah, fuck, man. They don't want me to play. Fucking Square Enix, you stupid fuckers. Ugh. IWO, thank you for $1.99. How long have you lived with your partner? They moved in. Hey, baby. When did you move in? Like 5-6 months ago. Do you just boy me? Boy? You ready to go movie? Hell yeah. All right, chat. We are going to take off. I want to thank everybody for joining. Don't forget to go look and check out and watch the latest video. I worked my ass off all week on it. Please share it wherever you can. Please comment. Please get it seen by as many people as possible. And yeah, stay tuned because guess what? I'm churning around. I'm working on more stuff as soon as the week starts. So the Destiny video is my next big video. So that'll be another thing coming soon. And I hope y'all